Hey there, Sart here. So we've got Mecha Osta, the metal dragon from across time, which has started today. And already day one, we of course have some bugs, most notably with the scoring. I'll show you once we actually get to the score. This is just my level 99 no mods clear. My first turn kill team did not work, unfortunately. I got close. It was like 2.8 billion, but I just could not reliably hit 3 billion on turn one with my first turn kill team. I even tried a few different tweaks and whatnot. So ultimately had to settle with a 2-turn clear. I know, it's terrible. 2 whole turns to kill this boss at level 99. It's just absolutely dreadful. But anyways, all jesting aside, I'm going to show you how I cleared this up to level 99. My first turn kill team did work up to level 95, but level 99 just wasn't cutting it. So this is a very reliable 2-turn kill strategy. It does use Wondrous Flash Lightning, of course, because I pulled for her, so of course I'm going to use her. I will do other level 99 no mod clears without Wondrous Flash Lightning, so don't worry, those will come maybe later today or over the weekend. And then once I get all the level 99 clears out of the way, I'll start working on my rank 1. But I'm gonna wait for, I'm definitely gonna wait for Gumi to fix the scoring bug before I do a rank 1 clear. Anyways, let's get in here. So no mods, I'm not turning anything on. So here's the team that we're working with, a little bit of a tweak. We took out Chizuru, we put in Esther. That way we can take advantage of Esther's buffs on her killer buffs on turn 1. And then I took out Cloud, who I had in there as a finisher, because we need to be able to survive the first turn. So that's what Abby's doing there. Abby is tanking first turn. Doesn't have to be Abby. Just has to be a relatively strong magic tank, because the boss does a lot of AoE magic damage on turn 1. And he also, of course, hits you with like a 90% gravity attack preemptively. So then you either need to heal your tank to full, or you just need to have a really strong magic tank. And Abby works pretty well here. Cecil would probably also be a really good slot in there for Abby if you're doing like a quick 2-turn clear. Or any magic tank, as long as you can get them back to full health on turn 1, they should be able to tank it just fine with no mods on. So anyways, let's just go ahead and do the clear and show you how we get this done in 2 turns, and then I'll show you the gear at the end, all right? All right, so there's the 90% gravity attack, fantastic, leaving us all looking pretty sad there, but that's okay. That's why we've got Abby. So Sylvie will come in. She's going to do burgeoning defense for the 85% mitts. It's not really needed because we're actually going to use Abby's 90% on her Omni cover, just to, extra security, since we're not really doing a whole lot of healing. Compassionate Knight will do a 20% HP regen, but that's more for the sleep resist, because otherwise Malphasy will get put to sleep on this turn. And then we got to imbue everybody with lightning with Bolt Egg Basket. Okay, Kaito started in normal form because he has the Empress's Rod for the big turn 1 morale fill. He'll then shift, where he will do Crashing Wave for the breaks. Unpredictable Tide is going to get rid of the Undispellable Defense and Spirit buff, right? So the boss does have an Undispellable Defense and Spirit buff up. Want to get rid of that. And then a Man of Few Words, just for some morale fill. So 2 turns on the Defense and Spirit buff. Cannot be dispelled, so you just use the Undulating Waves to get rid of it. All right. And then we have Abby, who will do Methodical Mitigation, which is an Omni cover with 90% general mitigation on it. Contingency plan for a good barrier, just, extra HP is always nice. And then Shelga for the magic mitigation. Okay. So yeah, she can go ahead and do that. So Lightning will do her Elemental Burst, and then her 2 cooldowns to get ready for next turn. Esther will do True Stormbrand, Energizing Bunny, which does the Reaper Killer for us. Kaito will take care of the Dragon Machine Killer next turn. All right, and then end on Calm Before the Storm for her mod boost. Malphasy will just do a couple of rapid pecks for some morale fill. She'll then do Skilled Scavengers for the mod boost, and Dreams of Flying, which does the mag store for her. Okay. You could actually have her go Wind Element if you want to. It just means the chain ramps slower because Esther, you could give Esther like a wind weapon or something. But since her and Esther wouldn't be element chaining next turn if she goes wind, because her wind imbue, I guess if you did her wind imbue first and then her wind amp and then had Sylvie imbue, because the thing is her self imbue also dispels any other imbues. I guess you could do it. As you're going to see, it's not necessary. Lightning is going to carry the fight anyways. She will basically do 3 billion worth of damage all by herself. Of course, if yours is not as strong as mine, you may need a little extra chip damage, but we're going to do like way overkill with this team, as you're going to see. All right, now Sylvie can shift and do her Brave Shift at LB. All right, Kaito will do Torrential Downpour. If you're lucky enough to get 150 morale somehow, you can do Natural Flux and Deadly Stream, but it's not necessary. He's just going to do Torrential Downpour for the killers. Abigail is just going to triple Bolting Strike with Lightning's LB. All right, and then Esther and Malphasy just do their LBs. All right, it's pretty easy. So we'll start Esther and Malphasy first. That way we get the LB field for Lightning. All right, and then we'll do Abby and Lightning. All right, well, let's go ahead and do this. Should be a very, very quick and simple overkill. There you go. Yeah, there you go. I mean, we almost doubled the amount of damage needed. The boss has 3 billion HP. We just did about 6. So we almost doubled doubled the amount of HP that this boss has. So yeah, too easy there. So here is the bug. All right, you see the final morale value has 0. It doesn't matter what your morale is, it will always be 0, which means you will never be able to get a perfect score. If you look at the rank 1 list, you will see that all of the current rank 1s do not have a perfect score. I don't know if Gumi is going to fix it. I assume they will. But what they may just do is just may say, forget it. We're going to leave that at 0 and just say, the new rank 1 is everything perfect except for final morale value. And, that's one way to do it, is just ignore it and just leave it there. It just means one less thing you have to worry about hitting for your rank 1. But they may fix it. And so I'm going to wait to do a rank 1 clear and see if they fix it over the weekend, and then I'll do my rank 1, start worrying about that. Anyways, damage details. As you can see, Lightning did 3 billion by herself, so she easily carries this fight. Malphasy and Esther doing all right there, doing over 1 billion themselves. So even if your Lightning isn't quite as strong, those two should be able to pick up the slack and make sure that you're finishing this boss on turn 2 easy peasy. All right, pretty simple. I'm already basically done with my farming. I think I will actually take that lapis. I prefer the lapis, especially now that I am F2P. I want lapis. Give me lapis. Lots of lapis. All right, so let's check out the team and see the gear. So yeah, Abby's basically just built for, I didn't even give her a hat. I could have bulked her up a little bit more, Basically all she needs in this form is lots of bulk. The boss is doing tons of non-elemental magic damage there on turn 1. And so yeah, just lots and lots of bulk is all you really need for this clear. You don't have to worry about all the elemental resistances for a 2-turn clear. Just give her tons of bulk so that she doesn't die, right? Lightning, we're only worried about the Brave Shift form here. So we just want to, you don't actually need Coin of Fate, Edgar. if you're not bringing some form of ailment resist, you can actually just exchange that. But if you're not bringing any form of ailment resist on the party, then it's actually going to target your highest mag unit, which in this case is Malphasy. So Malphasy is actually the only one that needs any kind of status ailment resistance. But if you're bringing a unit that buffs resistances, then you're fine. Anyways, yeah. Lightning gets all my best gear, as you can see, best clash gear. And then we're just filling out her killers, giving us some Esper sats for Epine, make sure she's got full LB damage. This is the best vision card that I have for her. Obviously, if you don't have this one, just put the best vision card you have for her in that slot. So she's 300 Machine, Dragon Reaper, 300 LB. She is good to go. All right. Does need one form of Chain Cat boost, so that's what the Magister's Ring is doing there. All right, Malphasy. So she also gets, some good gear there. Kryle's Scrunchie is there for the ailment resist, but you don't really need it as long as you bring somebody with an ailment resist buff. Abigail can actually do that for you, but she's a little bit busy doing other actions on turn 1, so that's why I just have Sylvie buff our ailment resistance so that you don't have to worry about Malphasy getting put to sleep. Like I said, it targets your highest mag unit, so Malphasy would get it every time. All right, and here's all the killers, vision card, and yep, so she's good on everything except for Machine, it looks like, but that's all right. LB damage is good, all that jazz, good to go. Excellent. And like I said, she could, if you decided to go wind, because the boss has an even. It turns out the boss has an even spread of elemental resistances on this one. So lightning, wind, and dark are all even across the board. You can actually go with any element. There is no main weakness on this boss. It is evenly weak to lightning, wind, and dark. So you could just use Malphasy and go like on a wind team and use her wind amp so that she would do even more damage. That's something to consider. Sylvie is, she's just our passive provoke unit. Doesn't really need anything specific on this one, but as you can see, she is dual wielding with Wilk's card for extra morale fill. Same thing in both forms. Yeah, not much to say about Sylvie there. She's just doing Sylvie's, she's doing what Sylvie does. Kaito in his normal form has the Empress's Rod Treasure Memorial Ring. He needs honorable rod arts in order to equip the rod. That's just for turn 1 morale fill. In his Brave Shift form, we don't really care. I gave him some ailment resistance, but he doesn't need it. And he's literally just there for the breaks to get rid of the defense and spirit buff and to activate the killers on turn 2. And that's it. He doesn't need anything really. Esther, just with some good gear here. She, of course, has her own great sword. I decided to give her the Storm Bunny jacket just for, good old times. It does have some machine killer on it, so, if you're stretched thin on gear with machine killers, Storm Bunny jacket's there for you. Then just some high attack gear. Make sure she's filled out on her killers. Bunny Bosom Buddies for the Chain Cat boost. And she is good on everything. Good on Machine, Dragon, Reaper. She hits Machine and Reaper very easily, so then you just focus on the Dragon killer. And yeah, so she's really great for this, obviously, because she brings the Reaper killers, which is the one killer that we're missing from this party, and then obviously the LB damage field, which increases Lightning's damage significantly by having that field in place. So that's pretty much it. Nothing too fancy on this clear, just a quick and easy 2-turn clear. You can use it for farming if you want to. Yeah, or if you just need it to climb the level ladder, this is a very, very solid team. Really, obviously the core units here are Kaito, Sylvie, and Lightning. Those are the 3 sort of must-haves for this to work. Abby is very swappable with any magic tank that can survive turn 1. Malphasy is definitely swappable for pretty much any damage dealer. It just needs to be able to chain with either with Lightning or with Esther if you're bringing Esther. Esther is also very, very swappable, but she brings a lot of good things to this clear with her killers and her LB damage field, and also the slightly larger Lightning Imperil over, Sylvie's only got like a 120. Lightning herself can only do like a 130, so Lightning, Esther brings the 135 Imperil. So she also has that going for her. But yeah, I mean, Esther and Malphasy are very, very swappable here. You could put in like Sky and Chizuru in place of those two, just to have two Extreme Nova chainers to sort of help build up the chain for Lightning. This is Lightning's show, so yeah, I'll let you sort of figure out. But the core of the team is Lightning, Sylvie, and Kaito, because you need Kaito for the breaks and to get rid of the defense and spirit buff, and then obviously for the killers. And then Sylvie is just, you know, obviously really important for the lightning support and for her brace shifted LB for just the increased damage. So yeah, a lot of things going on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, stay tuned. I will have some other level 99 clears out there for you guys. And then yeah, depending on what Gumi does about the scoring bug, I'll probably work on a rank 1 clear sometime over the weekend. So thank you guys so much for following me, and I will see you on the other side.